the future of this YouTube channel. It's definitely been a thought I've had now for roughly the past month and a half, since late May, and wanting to get specific pinpoints off my chest in relation to this. From sort of the initial feelings I've had before this thought, what I'm trying to work on and develop, and finding that sort of balance in what is basically my dream job and a real job, in how those would coexist within my schedule moving forward, depending on the kind of decisions I make. So let's just begin with them. So first, I want to talk about sort of the initial feelings I've had. As of recent, I have graduated with my degree, and I have to say, ever since the day after my graduation, I've never felt how I felt after that day before. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is this sort of feeling that since I finished whatever I was studying, it's kind of just felt like I was starting over again in a way. Like I've climbed this hill in going to my classes, but now that I've graduated, it's like I've now gone downhill a bit, and now I need to climb up a new sort of mountain in whatever pathway I'm going to get with this career of mine that I chose. And this feeling is important because this was the start of what later became the thought when it came to my YouTube channel again. In that I also have now a brand new opportunity, like basically a second chance when it comes to this, and actually putting in an effort that I've never put before when it comes to this channel. So that's sort of the initial feelings and how it basically brought me to the thought that I mentioned before. So second thing, why specifically content creation? Well, ever since I stumbled on YouTube years ago, and just the concept when it comes to picking a certain topic, you getting a camera, a microphone, whatever that may be, whatever equipment is necessary. You then sit down, you do your recording on whatever the topic is, and then afterwards, the process of editing that video and trying to fit it in a style where it fits you, that instantly got me hooked with YouTube. And through content creation is the way that I can just sort of express myself through the things that I like, in trying to find a more sort of playful manner in it, especially like when it comes to the edits. And after all the hours I pour into editing and having the final product and just hitting upload, it's also just so cool to at least just receive one comment. I don't care how many comments, just one comment, and just seeing that somebody enjoyed the video in some way just generally makes it worth it as well. Knowing that I've somehow not only somehow made viewers gain some sort of interest or at least curiosity in their heads to somehow click on my videos, and even that, just leaving a comment that they enjoyed it, or at least emphasizing that, is great as well. And so it really just gives me this sort of driving determination, at least now, in wanting to try and just make the most of this, seeing where I can try to take this. Which goes into my next point, which is life balancing decisions. With the degree that I mentioned earlier that I got, and wanting to try and further this, whole YouTube channel, there's going to be necessary decisions I'm going to have to make when it comes to trying to make these things coexist within, a working and functioning schedule. But that does not mean that it's not possible. It 100% is possible. Could it be exhausting? Sure, coming back from whatever job position I may find, And how many hours I work, yeah, I could 110% feel tired, for sure. But even if I just have like a few hours, just something, when it comes to just having something related to my channel, I'm going to do it. All right? I am going to do it. Plain and simple. So it's just about making the best decisions possible and seeing how I can make these two things coexist. Simple as that. And now I'll take the opportunity in talking about my content and also some new updated stuff that I'll somehow briefly talk about since it's still being worked behind the scenes. And then there's other stuff that I would actually showcase. So when it comes to the type of content that I make, two types are a guarantee that I'm still going to make, which is gaming videos and movie review videos, since that is pretty much up my alley of interests. But also having a variety of video content in relation to those topics as well. So just to give an example, I will still be obviously uploading my normal movie reviews about a movie that I may enjoy or not like or whatever it may be. But as well, there will be other content that maybe I would want to describe or just analyze a certain scene of a film and how it maybe felt and what I found interesting, that kind of stuff. And just to give an example for the gaming part, there will still be the same kind of gaming content that I upload, but then there might be another video that I maybe want to just talk about, let's say, a certain game, or maybe about a certain update a game is getting, whether it's gaming or movies. As long as it stays within my range of interest, that I can sort of like spread out my palette in what kind of content I can make within those topics, that is more in the kind of direction that I want to head towards when it comes to just my overall content. Now, when it comes to some of the new updated stuff that I have in the works, there are two things I want to just briefly mention since both of them are still in development, as I said. But they are going to basically be more of a foundational staple to this channel. A component that would be more recognizable whenever somebody stumbles on this channel. And when clicking on, let's say, a few videos of mine, this will be the one thing that will be ingrained in their mind. And all I'll say for now is it's going to basically involve a background and a character icon. That is all I'll say. And one more updated thing that I'm sure you immediately picked on ever since this video started, but yeah, I got a new microphone. Very long overdue, that is for sure. Very, very long overdue, but yeah, I got a new mic and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I have to say. So the microphone is basically a Pfeiffer, I think that's how you say it, is a Pfeiffer A6V. Yeah, it's a pretty simple microphone. Got it for around like 25, 30 bucks. Was not a bad pricing for a microphone. It's not a bad pricing at all. Not bad at all. So yeah, like I said, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. And that is it. That's basically everything I wanted to talk about. And I am pretty excited in trying to just give it my all when it comes to this YouTube channel. And despite me doing it basically for fun and not taking it all that seriously, at least within the past several years, I am still grateful in just anybody that clicks on my content, hits the like button, hits subscribe, leaves a nice comment, especially anything of that. Still, I am truly grateful. I seriously am grateful for it all. And all the 361 people that are still subscribed to this channel. I appreciate if you watch my content, or if you don't, that's completely fine. But either way, I appreciated however long your stay was. And it's time to get back to work. It's time to get back to work. And I will see you guys in another video, whenever that may be. Later.